Hey there, welcome to a review of a new game by surreygames.ca. This is called Surrey Homelessness Hustle, a game of stalling and finger pointing for 2 to 4 players. I noticed the picture on the box here is of 135 A Street up in North Surrey. Let's open it up and take a look. We've got a bunch of little pieces here. The instructions say that these are tents. So we'll put those aside over here. We've got a timer. Put that there. We've got 4 playing cards. These are players' cards. So we've got the universe. Another playing card is the federal government. We've got the provincial government. And we've got the city of Surrey. Let's take out this nice and sturdy game board here. So again, this looks like a map of 135 A Street. I'll put that down and the tent's up here. So the instructions tell us that you shuffle these game cards, identity cards, and they're distributed to the players. So one person will be the universe, the other person will be the federal government, another person will play the part of the provincial government, and then the last person here will play the part of the city of Surrey. So the instructions tell us that the way the game works is the turn starts by the first person flipping over this timer here. So let's say that the provincial government is selected to go first. So the provincial government, person playing that role, turns over the timer and the timer is started. Now, the instructions tell us at that point, everyone is to leave the table and go and do something else. So you could brush your teeth, you could go to work, you could go shopping, go to the washroom. It doesn't really matter. Just go and do something else. And the goal of the game, the real strategy, is that you're not to return back to the table here until the timer is complete. So there's a real incentive to not come back to the table too quickly. In fact, the first person, if you come back to the table and the timer is not complete, then you are automatically out of the game and the other players continue. Now, let's imagine that everyone has taken a long enough time away doing other things and takes a long time to get back to the table and the timer is done. So that's great. All of the players can then put a tent up along 135 A Street here. Doesn't really matter where, just somewhere on the street there. And so say it was the provincial government's turn to go first, and now the person playing the provincial government would point the finger at the federal government. Maybe they think the universe can would like take a turn fixing the problem, or the city of Surrey, and then the game proceeds from there. So the next person turns over the timer, and everyone leaves the table and goes away to do something else. So let's see how that game plays out.
Somewhere you can tell me. He walks on, doesn't look back. He pretends he can't hear her. Starts to whistle as he crosses the street. Seems embarrassed to be there. Oh, think twice, 'cause it's another day for you.
Pretty ridiculous. My family and I played it for about a week and a half, and we got a lot of other stuff done, but the game just kept on going and going and going. We couldn't figure out how it ended, and we certainly couldn't figure out who won or how that person would win, and the tents just kept on growing. So it's a pretty slow moving game, and I don't think I'd recommend it to anyone.
She calls out to the man on the Surrey.